Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you're well. Welcome or welcome back. My name's Bree, and today we're going to be talking about my most anticipated releases for 2026, both recent releases from the last couple months and upcoming releases. Usually I see these videos around like Bookmas time or really early in the year, so I am a little late to the game, but I had a lot of fun looking into what's coming out this year. We're going to do it anyway. Full disclosure, I am definitely not going to be reading every single one of these books. It's just not feasible for me. I am unfortunately a very slow reader, and reading every single one of these books as well as trying to get through my physical TBR is just unrealistic. That being said, I probably will pick up a lot of these books because they do pique my interest, and the ones that I don't pick up will be on my mental TBR list until I can get to them. Let's get on into it. We're going to start from January and then down month to month. They might be a little bit out of order, but for the most part, we're going chronologically. Is that the right word? Hopefully. Okay, first book on today's list is Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. Her most recent release. I just have a feeling I'm really going to enjoy her books. This one, if you don't know what it's about, is about, I'm also just reading from Google, is about a 17-year-old girl named Waldo who enters a relationship with her older, married creative writing teacher, Mr. Corgi, exploring themes of desire, loneliness, power dynamics, and female rage. I think it's interesting. Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash. I've never heard, well, is it a debut novel? It is a debut novel. This is a satirical debut novel about the dysfunctional Flynn family whose lives unravel as their parents' open marriage fails and their three daughters navigate their own chaotic past, including a youngest daughter who uncovers a local billionaire's criminal conspiracy. Very excited for this one. I hopefully actually will read this one. Okay, the next book on this list, also released in January, is Beth is Dead by Katie Burnett. Burnett. I think it's Burnett. It's a contemporary young adult murder mystery that reimagines Little Women, where Beth March is found murdered after a New Year's Eve's party, and her sister Meg, Jo, and Amy investigate her death while becoming suspects themselves. It's fun, and also the cover is so pretty. It's pink, and I love it, and it's bloody. This next one is also a debut novel by Liza Anderson called We Who Have No Gods. This book is a fantasy novel about a non magical woman, Vic Wood, who must protect her younger brother, Henry, after he is recruited into a secret society of witches, the Acheron Order, at a magical academy in Avalon Castle. This sounds really fun and magical and lovely, and I'm very excited about it. I love fantasy books, so this one definitely piques my interest in that sense. The last book in January that I'm really excited about is The Elsewhere Express by Samantha Soto Yambao. I probably pronounced that wrong, but this is a fantasy novel about a magical train that appears to people feeling lost in life, offering them a journey to find purpose, peace, and belonging. The cover for this book is absolutely beautiful. After reading the description, it just seems really fun and cute. Moving on to books released in February that I'm really excited about. I think we only have two books to talk about for this one. We have The Astral Library by Katie Quinn. This is a new fantasy novel about a young woman named Alex who discovers a hidden. Oh my god, I hope you can't hear my YouTube going on the whole. I'm not redoing it, but I hopefully you can't hear my TV this whole time and the wind and rain. So sorry, it's stormy here in the Pacific Northwest. My comfort is to watch YouTube, and I just realized now that I've had this on the whole time. Usually I turn that off. My bad, my bad. Hopefully you can't hear it anyway. Where were we? Right. The Astral Library by Katie Quinn. This is a new adult, not a new adult. This is a new fantasy about a young woman named Alex who discovers a hidden library where books are portals to other worlds, and she must protect it from a shadowy enemy. So, bookish, new fantasy. I've not read a lot of new fantasy, so I'm interested in kind of stepping into that. The second book released in February that I'm excited about is, I believe, also a debut novel. Also, I'm looking at my laptop because I need to read these things. Good People by Fatima Sabez. So the little blurb here for this book is: in the wake of an unthinkable tragedy, an immigrant family with a bright future is left reeling as their idea of American dream is crushed. Riveting, timely, and thought-provoking, Good People is a story of community, family, and resilience. Not a ton to go off of, but it sounds interesting. Moving on to books released in March or releasing in March, we have two books that have already released both on the same day. The first book released in January that I'm excited about is Just Friends by Haley Pham. This one is a second chance romance about childhood best friends Blair and Declan who reconnect years after a painful breakup, finding their way back to each other while dealing with past heartbreak and new life changes in their coastal hometown. Obviously, I'm reading this because it's Haley Pham's book. I say I'm reading it. Hopefully, I will read it. I plan on reading it because Haley Pham is one of the first booktubers that I started watching when I got into the booktube world. Why wouldn't I support her? Right? And then also released the same day as Haley Pham's Just Friends is The Half Hearted Queen by Charlie Quinn. Nope, Charlie. Who the hell is Charlie Quinn? Charlie N. Holmberg. This is a second. Oh, never mind. I'm not interested in this book. It is the second book in a series. I definitely thought it was the first. Scratch that. Moving on. We have one more book for March still, which is going to be Starside by Alex Astor. I really enjoy Alex Astor's books. I haven't read her romance book. What was it? Something in the City. Yeah, haven't read that one, but I've read her Lightlark series. I haven't read the most recent book in the series. Hopefully, I will get to that one soon, but I do really enjoy her writing, so I'm really excited to get into a adult fantasy of her. Let's see what the little blurb is for that one. It is an adult romantic novel. The story follows an orphan blacksmith apprentice, Eris, who enters a deadly competition in a magical realm of Starside to claim a powerful sword and seek revenge against the gods, forcing her into an enemies to lovers dynamic with a mysterious king guard. So, of course, I'm so excited about this. We have enemies to lovers, we have some type of trial or competition, which is my jam. So, this book is already panning out to likely be something I'm going to enjoy. This is one that I will be reading for sure. Probably going to go pick it up on release day. Moving on to books coming out in April, I have two books that I'm really excited about. We have The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer. This is a fantasy novel about Rainy March, a book witch who enters books to fix them, but must team up with the fictional detectives from her favorite series to solve mysteries involving her missing grandfather and a stolen book, all while navigating the forbidden romance with the character. I think it sounds really cute and fun. It's got some romance, fantasy, books, witchiness. I think it'll be adorable. Releasing the same day as that book, we have The Verdant Cage by Jess Lowry. Not really sure on that one. This is a dystopian thriller about a young apothecary, Rose Allgood, in a secluded community called Noah's Valley, which is surrounded by a protective wall. When her mother is murdered and her twin brother is blamed, Rose uncovers secrets about the wall and her society, forcing her to question everything she knows and ally with her nemesis's son to find the truth. Really excited about this book. It's got a thriller aspect, which I'm really curious about. But dystopian books, absolutely love dystopian books. I'm so sorry I'm not looking at you more throughout this video. Eye contact makes me uncomfortable. Okay. Moving on to books releasing in May, we have Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. I've never read a Carly Fortune book, but I've heard great things about Carly Fortune in general, and a lot of people are really anticipating this book, and it has a very, very beautiful cover. This is a contemporary romance about best friends Frankie and George who take a honeymoon together to fix their friendship after Frankie's fiance breaks up with her at her wedding. Wow. I saw this on somebody else's anticipated reads list, and that's kind of what got me interested in it. The whole idea of your fiance breaking up with you on your wedding day is crazy, but then your best friend being like, "Let's go on your honeymoon anyway." Crazy. I'm really curious. I don't know if I read much contemporary romance, so maybe I will pick that one up just to see if that's something that I'm interested in. Then we have Broken Dove by Danny Francis releasing in May. This is the second book in the Silver Elite series, which I'm gonna admit I haven't heard a ton about Silver Elite, and the little bit that I have heard about or read about is kind of hit and miss on whether you like it or not. I enjoyed Silver Elite. I listened to it as an audiobook but so it was like good and very entertaining. But I will say there's so much that is pulled from other books, in my opinion. That's totally my opinion. But it definitely had me like, a few times because some of the scenes and things that happen in Silverly are like basically copy pasted from other books that are also very similar concepts to Silverly. So I'm not really sure about all that, but I'm still excited to read or listen to the second book in the series and see where that goes. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of people read or review Silverly, and I'm not sure if there's a reason for that, but yeah, those are my thoughts. You didn't ask, but those are my thoughts. And then we have a new Elsie Silver book coming out in May, which I am so excited about. If you don't know, I absolutely love Elsie Silver. She is my most read author. I love small town romances, just in general her writing. But she has a book coming out in May called Fever Dream by obviously Elsie Silver. This is the first book in the Emerald Lake Western romance series, a forbidden rivals to lovers story about bull rider Emmett Bush and location consultant Julia Silva. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this book. You have no idea. Also, we're getting back into the bull riding. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I've not read the description of that so far. I just will read anything Elsie Silver releases. And I will die on that. Okay, in July we have another Alex Astor book releasing. This is the Barbie Dreamscape book, which I'm kind of excited to see like how she takes on Barbie in a book and makes it interesting. This is going to be an young adult fantasy that follows Barbie, obviously, in a magical world called Heartland. Oh God. Where she is declared fateless at her enchanted school's graduation, forcing her on a quest through magical lands to discover her destiny and buried truth about the world. It's described as a coming of age story about defying expectations, featuring high stakes fantasy, self discovery, and adventure. The book is super fun, pretty, love it. I'm probably gonna read it just to see what it's all about because again, I'm curious how you're going to take Barbie and make it into an interesting book. So, I also used to be one of those girls when I was little who watched the Barbie movies. So, maybe it'll feel a little bit nostalgic reading it. Who knows? And then the last book that is on my anticipated releases list is not necessarily anticipated for me, but more so for you and some of my friends. And that's going to be ACOTAR 6, releasing in October. I actually have not read the ACOTAR series, but I am really interested in everyone's hype on it and how excited people are about the new book coming out that it's kind of making me feel a little bit left out. I got FOMO for sure. And so maybe I'll try reading this book again. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know in the comments down below what books you are excited for this year. And should I read the ACOTAR series? Is it worth it? Let me know. Like I said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one and future ones. Bye!